Hey up,
chatter gang.
Welcome to Friday night's chat.
Today is the 1st of September 2023 and it's meteorological autumn.
Oh,
today, Colin.
And what's that all about, Tim?
Well, it means that the Met Office think that this is the first day of autumn.
Rightio, okay.
So, yes. So, it's been a special week for you this week, hasn't it, Colin?
Yes, it's been my 40th.
Sorry?
Yes, it's been my 50th. It was my 50th yesterday.
Which is Thursday, yes.
Yes.
And we're having a party, two parties for you tomorrow, aren't we?
We are.
We're having a family dinner in Leeds, and then after that we're having a party at our favourite bar, Blades.
Yes. So if anyone, it will be over by the time we post this, will it? No. If anyone from the chatter gang does want to attend, you're more than welcome. It's upstairs in Blades from 8 o'clock on Saturday night.
Saturday, that's the 2nd of September.
And Blades is at the bottom of Briggett.
Oh, you'll have to watch our Leeds guide video to find it.
If you watch our Leeds guide, it's at bottom of Briggett, next to Briggett Dental in the Ginnell. You'll find it.
Up the Ginnell, indeed. So, videos that we've released this week, Colin. The first one that came out was best restaurant in Blackpool, wasn't it?
It was.
The Bank Bar and Restaurant.
The Bank, highest rated restaurant in Blackpool, and it had come recommended to us by one of the chatter gang.
It was Drew actually who recommended we go.
Yeah.
Give that a try. You were blown away with it by it, weren't you?
I was. I thought the staff were really attentive, and there was just one in particular. Well, in fact, all of them all come over and asked us how we were and made sure his orders were put in, and they were just really nice, all of the staff.
Yes, I agree with you there. I said on the video that if I ran a restaurant, I would hire any one of those staff. They were absolutely spot on. Really good.
And I was blown away by the food quality as well. The starter were unbelievable, and my pizza just gave me a flashback to how pizzas used to taste in the olden days. Yeah.
Yeah, my only... I had two complaints. My pudding wasn't big enough for a start. But I didn't realise this was a thing that I did. But I was editing another video this week and I said exactly the same thing. Rubbery prawns.
Well, it must be a thing to have rubbery prawns.
Well, you know my favourite starter is a prawn cocktail. And when we recorded that, when we were in the Bank, I said the prawns were a bit rubbery. And then this other restaurant review that we're putting out later this week, I said the prawns were rubbery there. And it reminds me of a long time ago when I was a teenager. I used to, on a Saturday night, I used to wash up in the kitchen of a local pub. And apart from my washing up duties, one of my jobs was to make the prawn cocktails. And what we had to do, if we'd forgotten to defrost the prawns, that wasn't my job defrosting, obviously. They had to be set out in advance. But if they'd forgotten to defrost the prawns, you had to run them under the hot tap so to thaw them out quickly. And that made them really rubbery. And ever since then, I've just been particularly sensitive to rubbery prawns.
It sounded like it were full of health and safety in that restaurant.
Oh, we didn't bother with that in them days.
No. Have you thought about changing your starter?
No, I do like prawn cocktails. If they're nice prawns, you can't get a better starter. I also like smoked salmon as my starter as well. And at the Bank, it was double whammy because you got smoked salmon on your prawn cocktail. So I was really pleased with that.
So that's the prawn debate.
And then on Tuesday, we did a review of all 7 prides that we went to. And we were really surprised ourselves, weren't we, with the result? Because we marked all the prides on various categories.
I think in my head, I wanted Blackpool to win.
Me too. Blackpool was definitely the pride that I enjoyed the most. Why do you think York came out on top?
I think it scored very highly for everything. I don't think there were anything that really let York down.
Yes,
and the more I think about it, the more it's obviously it would have won if I'd have thought about the scoring aspect of it.
Yeah, I think for each element, York did very well on everything. It had the parade, it had a decent stage, it had decent stalls, and Blackpool lost a lot of categories because the main stage event was really poor. The venue was poor. The acts, we didn't spend a lot of time with them, and the acoustics weren't very good for the acts. And then, of course, the stalls. So that was 3 categories that it scored lowly on because of one thing, basically. And I think, looking back on it now, I think York will probably have most general appeal because it got everything right. So a deserved winner. But also shout out to Barnsley, who was only 2 points behind York.
And there's no surprise to Barnsley being placed so high up, because once again, although it went a massive pride and they didn't have a parade, so we had to give them the average scores on that.
Yeah.
Not a massive town, so not half as big as York.
Nowhere near.
However, the stalls were really good. Like you said in the video, everyone was really excited on the stalls. They kind of wanted you to come over, and they were getting involved in everything, weren't they?
Yeah. And generally that was the atmosphere. Everybody was up for having a good afternoon out. The weather wasn't great, but everybody made the best of it, and it was a great pride.
Yeah, it was.
So yeah, really well done. And I think maybe Barnsley would have won if they had a parade, because I think having a parade does take it out into the town.
Yeah.
Like the bars in Barnsley didn't really participate in pride, but I think they might have done had there been a parade going past the front door.
Yeah.
So yeah, great. And so, I tell you what I wanted to talk about. We had a message from one of our chatter gangs. She comments regularly on our post, M, and she asked us what our perfect pride would look like.
Ooh.
So, Colin.
Well, first of all, I'd like a nice parade, but not too long.
Yeah.
In that parade, I would like majorettes, a band,
Brass band,
and some floats. And I would be, I wouldn't let it go on and on and on. I would keep it short and sweet, but very loud and very happy.
I think 20 minutes to half an hour is about the optimum time for a parade.
Yeah.
And I think some of the parades that we went to, they were all a bit samey. There weren't any floats. There weren't any special acts or people dressed up. A lot of it was people in special T-shirts, like big companies. What they do is they'll have a special T-shirt printed, and then they'll get all the staff to wear it, and they'll just walk in the parade, but no music for anything.
They have 50 walkers for Sainsbury's, and do they need 50 walkers in Sainsbury's? Why not just have a big float for Sainsbury's?
I get why companies don't have a float, and it's a shame, because I tried arranging one year for the company that I work for, and health and safety is just a nightmare.
Wow.
I get why they don't do it, but it's just a shame, because in America, they don't have like we have, like a lorry with a flatbed lorry. They have like specially built floats, don't they, that are kind of motorised. It'd be good if we had them in this country.
It would.
So, so apart from a parade, what else would you look for?
I would like a big open space, such as a park, for the actual main event. Creating a festival atmosphere, which I think is what York achieved.
York definitely did that, yes.
Definitely free admission, and yeah, that's replicating more or less what York had, because I think it was one of the best.
I do think Pride should be for everybody. Ideally, I think it should be free, but at least it should be affordable. I was happy to pay £5 for Blackpool, because £5 most people, I think, can afford that for a special day out.
Look what £5 bought you, Tim.
Well, I was disappointed. Yeah, I tell you what, it wasn't worth that £5. But some other prides, they charge quite a lot to get in, and I think Pride should be for everybody. And if you're on benefits, you can't afford 60, 80 quid to go into a Pride.
Hence the reason why I would not want to go to Manchester Pride, and I would not want to go to Brighton Pride. And I get that certain aspects of it is free, but would you want to miss out on the big things?
I think they offer value for money, because they get real big artists to attend there. But going back to my point, it should be for everybody, Pride, and like people who are less well off will get left out. So yeah, I'm with you, Colin. I wouldn't go to any Pride that charges a lot of money.
So
anything else that you'd include? What sort of turns would you have?
Oh, I'd have I'd have a disco tent, definitely, playing just disco music that you could enter and have a boogie to.
Again, they did that at York, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. And I would have cover bands. I think some of the cover bands that we saw were really good. Cover artists.
I think tribute artists
went
artists, down really well. I would, and that gives the local talent an opportunity to have a big audience, I think.
Yep. Any particular acts that I'd like to see? I can't can't think of any off the top of my head.
I think the ones that we saw were pretty good.
Yeah.
Nicky French, even Tinchy Strider, who is a rapper, and you know what I feel about rappers.
Yeah.
But the crowd loved him. It was just right for that crowd. People were jumping up and down and joining in. There's only me pulling my face. Heather Small was really good.
She was really good, Heather Small.
And Angie Brown, she goes to a lot of prides, and she's a brilliant singer, despite her making odd noises. So yes, I definitely have. Mainly, I would have talented local artists, ones that do it for a living though, not people that just do it in the spare time, like proper club singers who are used to working with a crowd, and then a proper headliner as well.
Yeah.
Cool. And then our final video this week was about the hotel we stayed in when we were in Hull for Pride.
Yes, that was the Park Hotel and Apartments, and it offered really good value. I felt it was very spacious inside, and it was clean, and it was really centrally located where we needed to be, so spot on for that hotel.
Yeah, I was thinking we should have titled that video, Have We Achieved the Impossible? Because it was a decent hotel at a fair price in the city centre at a really busy time.
Yeah.
And you would have expected to have been at least 50% more than we paid.
Yeah. And we only booked it at the last minute as well because
Yeah.
of a cancellation that booking.com, somebody cancelled our previous booking that we made.
Yeah, don't upset yourself by thinking about that again.
No,
that was really bad.
It was very last minute that I had to book
Yeah.
that accommodation,
It's
so
like-
I was really pleased with that.
It's like 11:30 the night before you got a message, wasn't it, saying, sorry, we can't honour your booking.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
I didn't get it until I got up the following morning.
Yeah.
So, I definitely recommend Park Hotel. I know on the video we only covered that we only got one coffee and one sugar, but you could help yourself to as many as you wanted in reception.
You had to go back down to reception to get them. So yeah, someone asked me about that in the comments, and I put them right on that one. So yeah, it wasn't a fancy hotel, wasn't luxurious, but you got what you paid for, and it was in a great location. So I was really happy with that. It was good.
If anybody is stopping in Hull, we would definitely recommend the Park Hotel and Apartments.
Indeed. So what videos have we got coming up this week, Colin?
The first one we've got coming up is covering the Hull gay scene, which we're going to take you on a walk along to the bars. So in total there's 4 bars, including 2 late bars. No, actually 5 bars, including 2 late bars. But they're spread out into 3 different places really. So we're going to take you on a walk along and show you where they all are.
Yeah, so look
So
forward to
that's
that.
coming out on Sunday.
Yeah, and then on Thursday, we've got the video that I was referring to earlier that I've been editing. It's an Italian restaurant that we went into in Hull. Now, we're not familiar with the restaurants in Hull, so when we got there, I googled top restaurants in Hull, and I googled top restaurants in Hull city centre. And this restaurant came up as highly recommended, so we said we'd try it. Turned out it wasn't in the city centre at all. It was way out on the edge of the city, wasn't it? And we walked for miles to get there. It was a good half-hour walk. It was lucky it was a nice evening. But was it worth the trek?
It was worth the trek. I had a really good meal there. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was really nice. And when I'm not going to tell you, and don't you tell him, Colin. But Colin had a bit of a crush when he was there.
Oh, I did. You'll find
Say
out.
no more.
You'll find out all about it next Thursday. Was my biggest crush in Hull.
Yeah, but don't worry, Chatter Gang, I wasn't jealous. I'm not jealous. So that's the videos that are coming up for this week. So Colin, we've got some good news from Blackpool this week.
We've got several good news stories. The first one is about a missing pelican that escaped from Blackpool Zoo. And it was only 14 weeks old, and it was scared off by a flock of seagulls on the 4th of August and went flying out of the zoo. There was a great hunt for it, which went on for it went missing on the 4th of August and turned up nearly 3 weeks later.
Wow.
Now, everybody have a guess where this pelican was found?
I'm not guessing because you told me.
No. Well, I'll tell you. Shall I tell you? It was found in Knaresborough. Of all places, it was found in Knaresborough, which is some considerable distance away from Blackpool, and it's all in good health. So what a lovely story.
That was lucky because they were concerned with it being such a baby that it wouldn't survive in the wild, but it clearly did.
Yeah, and they rescued it in a lake in Knaresborough using a kayak.
Oh.
So there you go.
Yeah, Colin's really keen to try out kayaking.
I can't wait.
Aren't you?
Yeah, it's my latest thing I keep going on and on about.
We're going to Benidorm in 3 weeks, and we were just watching some YouTube videos. And Colin went. There was a picture. There was some. I think it was it Lucy with the Benidorm stuff? She was walking past Poniente Beach, and Colin suddenly leapt up and went, "Oh, Tim, there's some kayaks there!" Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, we'll have to go kayaking."
We'll go searching for them kayaking when we're in Blackpool.
I tell you what, it'll make a good video, and it's a good job we've got a waterproof camera.
Yeah.
So, other news from Blackpool is about there's a new hotel opening. It's opening tomorrow, I think. Is it?
It opened.
Was it tonight? No,
tonight. It opened tonight.
Yeah.
Today, and it's called Well Horny, and it's a dedicated naturist hotel. Now you have to be a member to join, and you have to join and be a member for 24 hours or something.
That's
before
right,
you
the
can
day
actually
before.
go in. Yeah, the day before. Now there's been lots of comments that I've seen on social media about this, about people referring to, oh, it's just going to be another knocking shop. Now it's a naturist hotel.
Yeah, a lot of people confuse naturists with other things, don't they?
Yeah. But anyway, all I can say is good luck, and we hope that Well Hornies has a really good opening, and best of luck for the future.
So, and then finally, got some more good news about Blackpool. Our bar, it's been relaunched, isn't it, in 2 weeks?
It's going to be relaunched. Now you may have remember, if you watched our updated review of Blackpool, that we did show you a new bar that was closed after lockdown. It was closed for a while, and it's opened up recently, but they're going for a full relaunch, which is going to be on
2 weeks tomorrow.
2 weeks tomorrow, on the 16th of September. So they've got a new look. They've got lots of products to show. They've got an outside area, and they've got some singers throughout the day as well. I think they've got someone from X Factor singing.
There's always somebody from X Factor singing at gay events.
It's someone that you'll have probably not heard of though. So it's going to be relaunched on the 16th of September. There's going to be 4 singers in total. Ooh. And there's going to be from Britain's Got Talent. It's Brenda B, who's going to be on from 8 o'clock. So good luck with the relaunch, Abba.
Yeah, it'd be nice to visit there again when we go there at the end of October.
We will.
And some not quite so good news from Blackpool. The final thing, there was a big wheel incident this week, wasn't there?
There was. It was covered on various YouTube videos in Blackpool, and it all focused on a man climbing the big wheel.
I thought it was a lady.
On the central pier. Well, that's what everybody presumed, but when the news article came out, it was in fact a lady.
Oh, I see, right, sorry.
Yeah, so it created mad hysteria there. There was the police, there was the lifeguards, there was rescue, there was fire engines,
ambulances, yeah, everyone was there.
She was there. She climbed up at 9 o'clock, and she was brought down at 10:30. And gladly, she's now receiving medical help, and thankfully there was no injury caused, thankfully. So that was the incident on the Central Pier Big Wheel.
So now you're up to date on Blackpool news.
Yes, you are.
So you remember last week, if you listen, we were talking about Angie Brown and how Colin and I turned into fanboys. And it reminded me of an incident that Colin told me a while ago about his late mother.
Oh, I'll have to tell you this, Chattergang. So I'm going to post a video shortly of a video that went viral, and it was featured on You've Been Framed. And they invited us to come up and film it in Manchester. So we went up with the family, me and my mum and my dad, and we watched You've Been Framed being filmed.
Somebody sent in a video with you on it, haven't they?
Yeah.
And so that was being shown on the show.
Yeah, which I've just showed you now. And afterwards, they invited us in to watch the 60 years celebrating Granada television. So they took us into the studio, and they placed us right in the front. The whole studio was full up already, and they placed us right at the front. And the various people started coming on. Now, this particular person was brought up to hate her by my mum, Cilla Black. Every record that Cilla Black come on the radio, my mum would say, "Get that off," and she hated Cilla Black. She would call her all the names under the sun. She used to say she only got where she got because of Beatles and what she used to do with Beatles. Not quite sure what she meant by that. But she used to hate Cilla Black, hate her with a vengeance. But all these celebrities is walking on. Eventually, Cilla Black come on. And oh my God, I've never seen my mum so excited. She jumped up, she leapt up towards Cilla because we were that close to her. She put her hand around her, gave her a hug and said to Cilla, "Oh Cilla, I love you." I'm looking at my dad as if to say, what the hell have we just witnessed? What the hell have we just witnessed? And when she were out of earshot, she was going, "I can't believe I've done that." That was the Cilla story.
And we've got some news to announce about our channel, haven't we, Colin?
Yeah, we mentioned it briefly last week on the podcast, but we, as a way of supporting the channel, we're just about to launch our memberships.
Ooh.
Yes, this is exciting. So to give you some context about it, we've got 3 levels, haven't we, Tim?
We have.
The first one we're going to class as
Bronze level.
Yep, and the cost of that is going to be $1.99. Now, it is a monthly subscription, but you can cancel at any time.
Yeah, no obligation.
No obligation at all. And for that, you get badges next to your name in comments and live chats that we will hopefully be doing and priority responses.
Yeah, that's a good thing because I love it. We are getting lots of comments on our videos, but to be honest with you, it's becoming a full-time job. And if it gets any busier, we won't be able to keep up. There's only 2 of us, and we both work full time.
Yeah, and we will always acknowledge your comments with a heart and
oh yeah, we do our
up.
best. But yeah, if you're a priority, then obviously you get first dibs at a response. Then so there's level 2, isn't there, Colin?
Level 2, which we've classed. We'll keep things simple. We're going to class it as silver.
Silver.
And this one will cost £2.99 per month. Same again, cancel at any time.
Yeah, and we're offering the same as the bronze membership, plus some extras, aren't we?
Yes, you will get some members-only vlog, and we're going to commit to at least 1 per month.
So that's a video that only you will be able to see.
Yeah, an extra video. But you'll also get a member shout-outs, which is going to be welcoming new members at the end credits on an upcoming video.
Yeah.
And we'll also post exclusive photos and status updates on our community posts.
Yeah, we'll have a community page. We've already got a community page, but there'll be a special one just for silver members. Mm-hmm. So there'll be stuff. We'll be putting stuff on there that no one else gets to see.
Yeah, and that's at $2.99 per month.
Yeah.
And then the top one we will have cost as gold.
Ooh.
The membership cost for the gold one will be $4.99 per month. Once again, cancel at any time. It's going to have all the features that was on bronze and silver, but we've got something extra on this one, haven't we, Tim? We've got 2 extras on this one.
Well, don't keep them waiting any longer, Colin. I can see they're on the edges of the seats.
It comes with a dedicated video message, which could be anything such as a greeting to someone who you may know, or it could be a birthday message to you. But we're also going to send out what we're going to send him.
We're going to be sending people a birthday card.
Oh, how
from
exciting. In the post as well.
Yep.
Handwritten.
Indeed. Yes. No other way to do it.
So keep an eye on that, on the members post.
Yeah, and if you fancy subscribing, please do.
Please do.
So, Chatter Gang, that's the podcast for this week. Thank you very much for listening.
Yes, thank you. If you do like the podcast, please give us a thumbs up. And if you don't want to miss out of any of our future episodes and new to the channel, please subscribe because it'll cost you absolutely nought.
Thanks for listening, Chatter Gang. We'll catch you on the next one.
Night night.
Night night.